what figure are we gonna do today?
Hush.
Why? Did we get a noise complaint again or something?
Hush.
I told you I won't do my She-Hulk impression.
Hush.
I just want to know what figure we're gonna do today.
Hush.
Oh. Right.
What's up, fellow collectors? Welcome to another A&R review. Holy collectibles, Batman. We got the Mafex Hush figure. Oh yes, I've been waiting for this for a long time. Now, for those of you who don't know, Hush is a Batman character from, well, Hush. Written by Jeff Loeb and illustrated by Jim Lee. One of the biggest events in comic book history. 20 years after the story was first published, Medicon Toys Mafex line started bringing these characters to life. So this is the 5th figure from that Hush line that Medicon, Mafex, whatever you want to call them, has given us. And I can't wait for them to keep pumping out these figures, and hopefully within the next 5 years, please, Mafex. For those of you who collect Mafex figures or Mafex figures, you know, I'm going to say Mafex. And you know what? You can leave a comment if you don't like it. But we finally get the main character. And, you know, it takes forever for these guys to give us these figures. But, yeah, Hush is here. And we're going to open it up and take a look at this bad boy. Alright, so we'll do a quick walk around the box here for anybody who doesn't open their boxes. And boo you if you keep it in the box. Let them breathe. So right here you got the Hush, and then it says Mafex here, DC and Medicon Toys, and then the actual name of Hush, yada yada, and then the window with all the stuff here. There's some stuff hidden behind the Hush wording, like they always do. So this is your typical Mafex packaging. You know, the nice little box here. Everything's sort of crammed in. So the side of the box here, you have the full body picture of Hush, and then it says 133 on there, which is their 133rd figure. And I don't know when they're going to get to 200, maybe in 2025, 2035, who knows. Yeah, I'm talking to you, Mafex, Medicon. Get your, you know what, together. And then you have on the other side a different take. You have a close-up of Hush with the wording. The back of the box here, you've got all of the stuff he comes with, you know, the accessories, the different look, different heads, and then, you know, at the bottom it says Mafex 133 again. Top of the box you have Hush with the close-up again, and the bottom you have the hologram there. The hologram is important because if you don't see it, it could be a knockoff, so that's important to see there in your packaging. Alright, let's open this guy up. Alright, don't ask me where Walter is. He's probably talking to his agent for contract negotiations. So I just want to make sure that people, if you can see it here, there's, if you look through the window, you can actually see Mafex did a little illustration of, well, Jim Lee probably did it, but Batman, half of Batman and half of the Hush here. That new car smell. Love it. So as I'm opening this guy up, I look at all the accessories here and I'm pleasantly surprised. Why? Well, it was so well thought out by this company. They gave us Robin accessories here, and there's a reason for that. Hush, the first time we see him, well, we think is Hush, is actually Clayface dressed up as Jason Todd's Robin. And the fact that you have the ability here to switch between two characters, I think is really cool and a great move by Mafex. So the difference between Clayface Hush and the real Hush is the R and H on the chest here. So for the Clayface Hush, you'll have the R, and for the real Hush, you'll have H, and likewise on the belt, same thing. It's so cool that they've given this option to make two entirely different characters. So aesthetic-wise, this guy is designed by Jim Lee. And I think Mafex did a great job of bringing his design to life. You know, you've got the details on the bandaging here, all kinds of lines and wrapping. It really feels like the face is actually wrapped up. So it is so cool. The coat here, it's not a soft goods, but it's not going to get in the way of the arm moving around because the arm actually pops off and pops back in, and there is a butterfly joint in here as well. So it doesn't hinder the arm from moving around like a lot of other figures that have coats. And I don't mind that because it just feels seamless. It doesn't feel like there's two pieces here. It just works well. I love the details of buttons here, the lining on the chest, you know, all the grooves. It's just so well done. And then down to the shin here, this is really well designed. There's a nice paint job to it. It's a metallic look to it to make it look like a metal rather than just cheap plastic. So we'll take a look at the articulation here, and we do have it up on the screen if you really want to know every little aspect, but we'll do a quick walk around. So the head and the neck is attached to the torso, but you do have, you know, independent movement of both the neck and the head, which is awesome. The collar is really high up here, so the head can't go any more back than that, but it can go down like this, and then you have sort of like a turtleneck that kind of stops him right there, and that's how low you can get. But yeah, a lot of good range and a lot of movement here. I don't have any issues with this. Butterfly joint. Well, it's in there somewhere. There's a butterfly joint, but just it's kind of pointless because it's so deep in there because the chest is so wide and sticking out. So yeah, and the arms keep falling off if you pull it too far out. No bicep swivel. That sucks because he's a fighter and, you know, uses his hands and legs to fight. You want as many articulations in those areas. He does have double elbow, but it is restricted because of the design of the jacket. So it's 90 degrees here, and that is it. So the wrist is yeah, there you go. See what I mean when I said the arms pop right out of here? So the wrist is actually on a ball peg, and you can do full rotation on here. The torso area and the waist area, you have upper torso swivel, and it's hidden underneath, but you do have waist swivel. And you can get the diaphragm and the torso to kind of give that much of a crunch. So you get good crunch right there. And if you want to pull it back, you can get nice arc right there. So overall, pretty good on the upper body movements here. The leg articulation, they don't have thigh cut. That's what Mafex, they just don't do that. But the engineering is good because it is on a ball joint, so you can move the thigh around. The knee, you have double knee, so you have really good range. You can actually get the knee to go all the way back. The cape gets in the way a little bit, but it's not too bad. You do have a little bit of swivel in the boot area, but not much. The ankle area, you have, you know, full rocking and up and down. And you also have toe articulation here, and you can get it up and down a little bit right there. So the leg area is pretty good. Combat wise, you probably will be able to get this guy into a lot of good leg poses and get him into stance fighting Batman. And here we have his accessories. He's got a plethora of hands, and I love it because anytime you give hand options and, you know, different head sculpts, it changes the dynamic of that character all the time. So he's got gun gripping hands. He's got hands that kind of stick out, pointing hands, and, you know, like sort of fighting hands. He's got the closed fist that he already comes with. But yeah, there's 5 different sets of hands on top of the one he's already got. Then he's got these beautiful guns. I love the finish on them. It's so nice. That silver finish with that brown at the handle area. It's really, really nice. And then you have the 2 head sculpts. You've got the additional Hush head sculpt, and then you've got the Robin looking head sculpt. Really nice. And speaking of Robin, you've got the utility belt with the R, and also that chest plate with the R. Then you have the coins from Two-Face, 2 of them, and they're really small. So if you got carpets, they're just going to disappear in your carpet. So be very careful when you take it out. And then you've got obviously the Robin Batarang. And one other thing that they always give us is these flight stands. Sometimes they work for the figure that they give us. Sometimes they're just pointless. But at least you get a flight stand, right? Can't complain there. Comparison wise, I've brought a couple of figures from the line here. We've got the blue suited Batman. We've got Catwoman. And then we've got the black cowl suit Batman. And I gotta say, they look absolutely great together. They are not all the same height. They have their, you know, they're slightly different in heights. Catwoman being the smallest of of the characters here, as she should be. I'm so happy to get him, the main character of the story. Yeah, just fantastic. Mafex, they've hit it out of the park again. Hopefully they can get those figures to us, you know, within the next couple of years. It'd be nice because they take so long to get figures to us. What can I say? I mean, if you're a fan, and how can you not be a fan of that line? It is arguably one of the best storylines Batman has, and you're probably going to argue with me on that, and if you are, leave it in the comment section so I can read it. So let me know in the comment section if you're going to pick this guy up or already have. I would love to hear you guys' thoughts. Also, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you are watching this video and you're not a subscriber, you need to subscribe and leave a comment because we're giving away prizes every month. We just gave our prize for September and now we're rolling into October. So all the videos that you see, if you're a subscriber, leave a comment and you're going to have a chance to win a cool prize. And we're going to announce what the October's prize is very soon. As always, thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day.